One of the most underrated but most powerful glute tightening and lifting exercises you can do is a glute clench. I don't know why more people don't do this, but it really is the most powerful exercise you can do to lift, tone, and sculpt your entire rear end. It's really simple. You just sit on something that's slightly firm, put your feet together, you want to relax, and then you want to clench your glutes really tightly. Imagine that you're pinching a penny between your glute muscles. Tense, and then relax. If you're doing it correctly, you're going to feel yourself lift up slightly, and that's the muscle tightening and lifting up. So if you're doing this and you actually feel yourself rise up a little bit, you know you're doing it right. So it's also one of those exercises that's really helpful because it lets you know when you're doing it correctly. So again, put your feet flat on the floor, sit up nice and straight, relax the glute muscle, and then tense, hold for about a count of 2 or 3, and then relax, and you should feel yourself drop back down. Tighten, hold, and relax. Tighten, hold, and relax. That's all there is to it. Again, simple, but very powerful. Now the donkey kick is probably one of the most powerful exercises you can do if you're wanting a natural butt lift. Now the reason it's so effective is because it hits all of the glute muscles. So it tones and sculpts your entire glute, but it also focuses on lifting. And where this happens is when you finish the kick. I'm going to show you a little bit of a difference that you want to make sure you're doing here, and that's going to accentuate the lifting part of this exercise. So all you do is get down on your hands and knees. You're going to start with one leg at a time. You're going to bring your knee up, so you're going to draw your knee up towards your chest, and then you're going to kick it straight back. Now here's where the important part is. Once you've fully extended that leg, I want you to extra extend it. So it's like you're going a little bit further past, and that means what you're going to do is actually kind of drop your back down. So you'll see I fully extend, and then to get it out further, I arch my back a little bit. And then once I've done that, I push up a little bit higher, and then I rotate my toe outward slightly. Really hard to see and very subtle, but it makes a huge difference. So again, bringing that knee up, extending the heel, extending further, twisting. And what that's doing is it's making the upper glute muscles fire a little bit harder. It's hitting those upper muscle fibers and lifting the butt up. Really squeeze hard, fully extend that leg, rotate that foot out slightly, and then back in. Now, as you do this exercise, you will feel it in your glutes, but you're also going to feel it in your hamstrings as well. So while it is fantastic for toning and lifting your glutes, it's also going to tone up the legs and your thigh as well. So really great lower body exercise in general, but really focus on extending that foot out as far as you can and then rotating that foot as well. And that is going to accentuate the lifting aspect of this exercise. Now most people think of squats as really good for the thighs, the quads, and they are, but they're also fantastic for toning your glutes. We're going to do a little bit of a modification on a traditional squat, and that way we're just going to accentuate the butt lifting and butt toning aspects of a squat. Now what you want to do is take a wide stance. When you do a wide stance, it takes some of the emphasis away from the quads, puts it into the glutes, okay? Now you want to toe out slightly as well here, because by toeing out, we're going to focus the inner thigh a little bit, and then at the top of the exercise, it's going to allow us to squeeze the glutes that much harder. So nice wide stance, toes slightly out at about 45-degree angle. You want to squat down until your elbows touch your thighs here. Stand back up. Once you get to the top, here's what you're going to do. You're going to squeeze your glutes together. So you want to lock the knees out, squeeze the glutes hard, and together, and that's going to lift and really sculpt and tone your rear end. So again, drop back down, up, squeeze really hard. You should feel like you're almost driving your thighs together. So you're pulling in at the knees, and that effect will go all the way up the thighs into the glutes as well. So back down, up, squeeze nice and hard, down, up, and squeeze again. Now, if you haven't done any squatting exercises for a while, and if you have any problems with your knees, you might be a little deconditioned there. And in that case, just don't go down quite as low. You don't have to go down very far for this exercise to be effective. In fact, most of the work is actually done at the top of the exercise anyway. But just for the sake of getting full range of motion and really getting maximum effectiveness, go as low as you can comfortably, so that's whatever you can manage.